Today I'll be talking to you about physics in elementary education. Together with my teammates Elsia Carrilla Mendoza and Taylor Haas and myself, Maria Esparza, we have decided to talk about how physics relates in our field of study for our topic for this project. Since all three of us are education majors and we would like to one day teach in a classroom, so we know that it's very important to be knowledgeable and not only understand the concepts of science and physics, but also to be able to teach the concepts to our students. As you can see, I am in what is called a STEM lab, and STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. I'm inside of one of the classroom of GISD, and students are brought here from kinder, first all the way through 5th grade to work on different science projects. And you can see the letters for STEM right behind me. And they get to appreciate and they get to like to do all kinds of different experiments because they know that it will be sometimes challenging, but teachers make it a lot of fun. And one day I wish I can also make science fun for my students if I do have to teach it in the classroom. Able to speak to one of the teachers from kindergarten, and he told me that it's very fun to teach motion in kinder because kids, they're full of questions, how it happens, why it happens, kind of cause and effect. And he was telling me one of the first things that we teach are the motions of pushing and pulling, and for them to understand why things move in a certain path or how things move, maybe by sliding and rolling. And also I happened to walk by one time that they were making a project where they had a cereal box, and in that cereal box they had taped different pieces of straw, and when they taped the pieces of straw, their goal was to make a marble kind of go through the path that they created with the straw and get to the other end. So I thought that was pretty interesting, and I saw physics working, and sometimes the students probably won't get the concept right away or won't be able to answer why it happens, but if we just give them the basics, if we just kind of sit with them and teach them the basics of why or how it's happening, then they will be able to probably answer themselves those questions later on in one of the chapters. We spoke about thermodynamics, and one of the last things that we did talk about, or that Taylor discussed in her essay was the periodic table. Just being knowledgeable of the periodic table can have an impact on how students do later on in their studies in their freshman year and sophomore year, with the chemistry classes they have to take, because it is mandatory to have a chemistry class before you graduate high school, and all this knowledge will help them. So if we start off early, then it will definitely be of great help to them once they hit 9th and 10th grade and so on. So during this past semester, we cover many topics that we will be using in our daily careers. I see that all the teachers get to at least once in a week bring their students down to STEM lab and perform several experiments, and it really helps them to know the basics, and maybe if they don't fully understand the concepts, to kind of have the big picture of what we're trying to teach them. And if we ourselves are knowledgeable, then we will help our students to succeed and to exceed in everything that they try. So this is how physics relates to our field of study when we use physics in elementary education.